Justine Lamb from Share Progress, web developer from Share Progress. You are interested in the future of trustless technology. Ooh, blockchain. Love blockchain. Who likes blockchain? Who likes the blockchain? Who wants to like put everything they have in the blockchain? No reason. Personalized. Man, I'm not ready for this. Personalized and automated transportation and health. Those are amongst her likes. Currently, she loves swimming in the bay. Really? You swim in the bay? Do you hear the BART go under you sometimes? No? And sorry, I heard that's what I'm trying to make conversation here. And recently made her first swim from Alcatraz to SF without a wetsuit? That sounds cool. Wow.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So if anyone here is a bay swimmer, please let me know afterwards. I'd love to find more people to go swimming with. So, anyways, I work at Share Progress. It's a small startup downtown. We do social media A/B testing for nonprofits and campaigns. And I am recently turned web developer as of last year. So this is one of my first tech talks. So bookmarklets. This talk is going to be talking about what they are and how you can use them and how you can actually create your own. I think it's pretty awesome once I start learning more about them and how you can actually extend them and really make more complex ones. And I'm thinking, with the emoji talk beforehand, that you can actually start maybe doing more with emojis on the browser like this. So what is a bookmarklet? It is a special type of bookmark that runs on your browser, that runs JavaScript on your browser. And I'm not sure a lot of you know this because I've talked to a few people here, and some of you are front end, some of you are back end developers. Everyone here knows JavaScript, but I don't know if you know that you can actually add JavaScript to a bookmark, and that you can run it actually on the browser bar. To help you understand this, I made a little tutorial, which is this. It's just JavaScript. Type that into your browser bar, and I actually have a little example here. So you just type it there. Don't get distracted by the new Google logo. And so you just type that in at the top, and then alerts, hello world. So there you go, voila, that's exciting, for me at least. And so this allows you to execute scripts as a bookmark on your browser. And what's cool about that is that, like, the three principles are the principles of a certain desert-like event this week. There are 3 principles of bookmarklets. There's radical inclusion. It includes all browsers, so you don't have to worry about, like, is this compatible with IE or Chrome or Firefox? It works on all browsers. It's self-reliant. It doesn't run in the background, so it's not like an extension that might take up a lot of sort of CPU cycles in your computer. And it's also very immediate, so you can actually, it's immediate, so you can drag it up to your bookmark bar and just install it that way. You don't have to, like, do a long installation process. So some examples of bookmarklets you might know of. This is an example of using a Facebook one that you just click on and it shares a post on your Facebook profile. And then here's another one. If you're an Etsy fan, you can do this with Pinterest. You can, like, post a picture that you like. It's going to ask you first to use a Chrome extension, but you can actually use a bookmarklet instead. And same with this one. This is a good one I like to use. Sorry. And if you're reading an article and you don't like the font that they're using, you can use Readable, another bookmarklet that converts something to something easier to read. So, anyways, when I was coming with the reason I started using bookmarklets is because I was dealing with an issue at work where I had to grab a lot of data from tables, and also just in regular life when you're browsing on the web. And sometimes you'll come across a table and you want that data, and a lot of times you're just going to, like, copy and paste it and paste it into a Google spreadsheets or an Excel sheet, and sometimes you'll have problems with it, like it won't actually it won't copy the way you expected it to. It will just take a lot of time. Your arm might get tired because you're doing this a lot of times during the day. So this is what happens like when you do it with, like I'm planning a trip to Patagonia this year. So I'm like, oh, what kind of cities are there? Maybe I should look at the tables and grab the tables here. So here I am grabbing the table here. Takes a little bit just to get that going. And it's weird, it's actually, like when I paste it in right here, it actually doesn't copy the whole thing, or doesn't paste it right away. It takes like another 30 seconds to actually get that there, which is strange. So, and it doesn't come out really quite. It's got all the graphics in there as well. So that's just like not what I wanted. And here's another example of just taking, for me, I care about the temperature of the bay. I care about the temperature of different parts of the water because I want to know how cold it is. And so you can paste this here, but surprisingly, it just comes out all funky. Like, where are the other columns? So what can I do to fix this? How can I automate this so I don't have to deal with this? And I learned about bookmarklets, and so I found out I could do this using a table of this bookmarklet I created. And what it does, it grabs, so it's at the very top there, you click on the table of this, and then once you have it, you can hover over any table online, and you click on it, and now download it as a CSV file right away. Voila! So there it is. Thank you. I was really happy. It took me a while to get this, though. And here is another example. I just cleaned up the whole data and made it like all clear what it is. So if you ever need to, you can use my bookmarklet for any table downloading purposes. But actually, I just really want to get you guys excited about creating your own bookmarklets because it's actually not that difficult. There's just three to four steps, I guess. First thing is just create the JavaScript for what you want your bookmarklet to do. And I actually have my code here if you guys wanted to check it out, so you don't have to look at the code on the slides. But pretty much it's just like a function that will like put a div overlay, will shade it, will have a little information about what to do, how to like process the data and like make it into objects that you can then convert into a CSV file and then download that. But the actual code is like this, and it actually goes on for another 3 pages. So that's a lot of code, and it can't actually fit into the browser bar because you're thinking, how do I actually put this into the browser and then like save as a bookmarklet? Yeah, it's too long because bookmarklets or browser bars are actually limited. Most of them actually have a limit of about 2,000 characters, so that's pretty small. You can't really write a really, interesting piece of code for 2,000 characters. But what you can do is actually create a script loading external JS file, which we actually put on our GitHub account. And what it does is that it just loads in the different files you need. So you can actually include jQuery in here, any other libraries you want. And so up here you'll see, like, this is where you actually, in yellow here, put in your file. You upload that here. And then you can add in here, jQuery libraries or any other libraries you want for your bookmarklet. And so with that, you can really do a lot more. And here's actually a generator, because you need to actually take this script file and then shrink it down, URI encode it, so that, and also wrap it around JavaScript so that you can put it as a bookmarklet on your browser bar. So that's a link to this thing that will, here's an example of how you do this. You just copy your code, which includes either the external script file, and then you just give it a catchy title like table this, and then paste it inside, and then add a generated bookmarklet. And then from there you just grab it and then drag it up to the top. Voila! And as you can see, there's JavaScript in there. So anyways, I really hope that you will be inspired to create your own, and I did talk to some folks here beforehand. I think David said he actually uses a really cool bookmarklet for Gmail. It's called Gmail This, right? And what it does is, like, when you're reading an article online, you can like highlight something, and then it will, you click on that bookmarklet, right? And it will convert it into an email with the title would be, the title of the page will be the subject line, the link to the article, and then the copied text in there. And I'm thinking you can do cool things with converting text to emojis on pages. You know, add whatever you want to it. I mean, one of the things I talked to another person at another meetup before this, she said that one of her friends has a really cool bookmarklet that converts pictures on a page to pictures of Ryan Gosling. And she actually was inspired by that to then create her own bookmarklet. But I just want to demonstrate how this works. It's a Hey Girl IO. So I'm reading Huffington Post. Click on this, and bam! All the Ryan Gosling pictures you want, right there. Some of them are animated too. It's really great. But anyways, she was going to create her own bookmarklet that would convert everything to kittens and puppies, because that should make you a lot happier during your workday. So there you go. Thank you.